All right. Do you want to check this? Somebody's music is on. Does anybody have an orange backpack out here? Orange and gray backpack? Your phone is playing music. Is that your little backpack? Whose backpack is that? I think it was. That's what it sounded like it was coming from. It was coming out of there. I don't know. Do you have me, Bob? All right. All right, everybody. How is everybody today? Come up to the hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. And first, we're going to do a little thread the needle. So you're an inhale. Lift your right arm up into the air to the side. Then exhale, bring your right arm underneath you. Over to the left, come onto your right shoulder, your right ear, looking over. Now you can keep your left hand down, or if you want to come into a half bind, it's a little early, you can come into a half bind and stay. Hello, Melody. Inhale. Exhale, 1. You're going to stay whichever way you pick. Exhale, 2. You want to go front, Melody? Go front. Exhale, 3. I got a big hole here. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, lift your left arm up if you're in a half bind. Then exhale, place your left hand on the floor, press into your left hand. On your inhale, lift your right arm back up to the side. Open up your shoulder to the side. There you go. Then exhale, place your right hand down. Then do that with the left. On your inhale, lift your left arm to the side and up in the air. Then exhale, draw your left arm underneath the right. Bring your left shoulder onto the floor, your left ear onto the floor. If you came into a half bind on the opposite side, lift your right arm up and you can take your right hand towards your left hip, coming into a half bind. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, lift your right arm up into the air if you're in a half bind. Then exhale, place your right hand down, press into your right hand. On your inhale, lift your left arm up into the air, open up to the left. Then exhale, place your left hand down. And as you place your hands down, turn your fingers slightly out to the side. Just slightly. That way your elbows will go straight back. Tuck your toes under, push your seat back to your heels, and lift your knees up, coming into a downward facing dog. And connect to your Ujjayi Pranayama, your upward victorious breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Lift up at the pelvic floor. You're going to keep that lift through the whole practice tonight, okay? If you don't want to assist or you don't want any gels, raise a leg and down dog split. I won't touch you. Inhale. Good. Thank you. Exhale, 1. Spread your fingers. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Toes together. Exhale, tuck the toes under, pushing the seat back to the heels. Then lift the knees up, downward facing dog. All right, we're going to do that again. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Look forward. Exhale, bend your elbows next to your ribs, chaturanga. Don't let your hips drop. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So notice that you do that, Anastasia. I want you to do that. Come towards your chest, okay? On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, bend your elbows next to your rib cage, chaturanga. Better. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Keep the hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. If you're bending your knees, put blocks underneath your hands. Let your head be heavy. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Soften the knees. Heel toe the feet out as wide as your mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearm squeezing in with the knees. Yogi squat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then just gently place the hands on the floor. Come sit down. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. On your inhale, bend your right knee into your chest. Exhale, place your right foot on the outside of your left knee. Flex your left foot. Pull your left toes back. Inhale, lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. And exhale, twist over to the right. Bring your right hand behind you, closer to your sacrum than toward the mirrors. Notice if you're reaching for those mirrors, you're bringing your cranial and your sacral out of alignment. Inhale. Exhale, pull your left toes back. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Drop that hip. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, extend your right leg out. Inhale, bend your left knee. Place your left foot on the outside of the right knee. Dorsal flex the right foot. Pull your right toes back. Lift your right arm up alongside your right ear and twist over to the left. Here again, try not to lift the left hip. You want to keep the left hip down. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center line. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend both the knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Feet about hips width distance apart, parallel. Bring the hands behind you 6 to 8 inches with your fingers pointing forward. Bring the chin into the chest. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Exhale, let the head go back. Inhale, cranial sacral alignment. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down and come set up. You can sit on a block or a blanket. We're going to chant a couple of different things. If you're new to us and you've never chanted with us, we're going to chant from page 16, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. That's kind of like the national anthem around here. And then we're going to chant from page 67. So we're going to chant number 2 on page 67, but first Loka. So 3 ohms. samasta sukhino bhavantu. Your turn. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Continue together. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Twice more. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Good. So turn over to page 67, and we're going to chant to the green Tara, who is the embodiment of all of the Buddha's actions. I prostrate myself before you, whether happy or unhappy circumstances. So the mantra, I do it, it's a little longer, and I kind of change keys a little bit. So it's Om Tutare, Tutare, Ture Svaha, Om Tare, 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 Tutare, Ture Svaha. Continue. Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Svaha, Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Svaha. Twice more. Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Svaha, Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Svaha, Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Svaha, Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Svaha. Loka means location, samasta, same or equal standing. Sukino is a sweet middle. Above is an energetic. Antu means that's what I wish to achieve. And so the mantra was translated by my teacher, Sharon Gannon, who was the founder of Jiva Mukti Yoga, as may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, the words, and the actions of my own life contribute in some small way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. And it really is like saying that, like, I'm going to set aside my baggage so that I can like see others have happiness and freedom. And when I say others, I mean all others, not just human others, but animal others, tree others, water others, sky others, air others, like until there is no otherness, till you kind of start to understand that everything is connected and it's all swirling around in this amazing thing called life, right? But unfortunately, what happens to humans, because humans are a little different from our animal friends that we share the planet with. Our animal friends are programmed kind of to do one thing sometimes. Like a bumblebee is programmed to be a bumblebee, and a locust is programmed to be a locust. But humans can change at a moment and decide to do something else, right? They can like set out to do one thing, and then by the end of the day, they're doing something else. And the Tara mantra kind of indicates that the idea that the goddess Tara is the embodiment of all of the Buddha's karma, his actions. Karma just means actions, all of the dharmic actions, the things that made the world a better place. And I bow down to that energetic that is the sacred feminine, which means the world. She's the green Tara. She represents Earth, right? And I'm going to do that whether I'm happy or I'm sad or I'm joyful or I'm angry or I'm frustrated or I'm calm. No matter what, I'm going to keep that idea of the dharmic actions of the Buddha in mind at all times. And sometimes that maybe seems so lofty, so out there, that I have to bring it back to the Tara, the other beings I share this earth with, the beings that I am actually involved with on a daily level. I have to put that in a very contextual way that I kind of understand the idea of the actions. And then what that does is it first, awareness arises out of that. I become aware of action. And then from awareness of action, I can start to express compassion. And then from compassion will come wisdom, but eternal wisdom. The wisdom of like why I even exist, why I have a body at all, to make the world a better place, to allow others to be happy and free, and maybe even at the cost of my own freedom for a moment, because it's not always about me. But I like to think sometimes that it is, but it's not. And that's really the practice in a nutshell. So by chanting these mantras, we take it out of the way. We get our stuff out of the way. We get our baggage off to the side, and we're able to just to kind of come onto the mat and have a practice that's pure about devotion and about recognizing others and seeing their suffering and recognizing that their suffering is our suffering, and do all we can in some small way to alleviate that suffering. Small way, by practicing. So fold up your chant books, place them to the side. I'll come by and pick them up. And come stand at the front of your mat in Tadasana mountain seat. Big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves toward pubic bone, gazes at the horizon. And bring the hands together in prayer, undulating mudra. And offer your practice up to someone else, someone maybe that you know personally that is suffering, but maybe someone you don't know who is suffering. You know, all you have to do is turn on the news and you see suffering all over the world, all over the world. And even beings you don't know, beings that you are unfamiliar with, by just dedicating your practice to them today, thank you, you don't have to do that. You can alleviate that suffering. and then exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. Re-engage Mula Bandha if you let go of it, lifting up at the pelvic floor. Reconnect to your Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue that. On your inhale, hook thumbs. Reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take the arms behind the back, clasp the hands together in a fist, straighten the arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place hands down next to feet, step the right foot back into a lunge and look forward. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Inhale, come forward to plank, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows straight back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, extend the arms. Exhale, downward.
Shanno Mitra Shambaruna Shanno Bhavetvariyamam Shanna Indro Prahaspati Shanno Vishnu Urukrama Namo Brahmani Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Varisyami Ritam Varisyami Satyam Varisyami Tanmamavatu Tatvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Bhaktaram. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanna Mitra Shambaruna Shanna Bhavetvariyamam Shanna Indro Brahaspati Shanna Vishnu Urukrama Namo Brahmani Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadisyami Ritam Vadisyami Satyam Vadisyami Tanmamavatu Tatvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Bhaktaram. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti. Shanti. Shanna Bhave Pradiyama, Shanna Indro Brahaspati, Shanna Vishnu Brahma, Namo Brahmani, Namaste Vayu, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadisyami, Ritam Vadisyami, Satyam Vadisyami, Dharmamavatu, Tattvataramavatu, Avatu Mam, Avatu Bhaktaram. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Try not to shuffle those feet around. Inhale, extend your right leg. Now exhale, bend your right knee and make a cobra's head with your right arm, or a swan's head, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Dive your cobra or your swan underneath your right leg and reach for the outside of your right hip. Then bring your left arm behind you and see if you can interlace your hands on the outside of your right hip. Now, here's the deal. Where is my head? Is my head over to the left? Draw your head back towards your right big toe. So if you can see the mirror behind you and you're still not in the bind, that probably means you need that nice belt I told you to get. That way you have enough room so that you can work with the impingement of the shoulder. Then draw your head back toward the center of your foot. Bound extended angle. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Good. Exhale 4. Stay with it. You got it. You just got to be aware of where your head is. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now on your inhale, extend your right leg as much as possible. Try not to lose your bind. Try not to lose your bind. I know you don't have to straighten it all the way. You don't have to, in some small way, not big ways. So you don't have to lock your knee. Inhale. Exhale 1. Notice if you can see yourself in the mirror. If you can, you're leaning too far over to the left. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Now everybody, bend your right knee and look down at your right foot. Now step your left foot in line with the right. Step forward in the bind. Don't lose that bind. All right? Yeah. There you go. Get your feet parallel to each other. Your feet are apart, so they don't have to touch right yet. Now, start to straighten your legs and look over your left shoulder in your bind. Just breathe. Inhale. Don't worry about coming up yet. The embodiment of the Buddha's actions. The Buddha never rushed anywhere. I can tell you. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Now look down at your feet. Shift weight over into your left foot. Come onto the ball of your right foot like you're on a high heel shoe. Put weight in your left foot. On your inhale, come stand all the way up. Bring your right leg with you. Then exhale, press down in that left foot, lengthen the tailbone. On your inhale, extend your right leg to the right, pointing your right toes in a plantar flex. Then exhale, gaze over your left shoulder, bird of paradise. Inhale. Exhale 1. Tree seat is fine if this is too hard. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now look down at the floor. Start to soften your left knee, fold forward, put your right foot on the floor next to the left again. Then straighten both your legs. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Stay in the bind. I didn't say come out of the bind. Everybody like drop that bind so quickly. Oh my God. All those beings that you just like weren't thinking about. Exhale 3. Okay. Staying in the bind. Shift weight into your right foot. Step your left foot back where it came from in the beginning of the vinyasa. Yeah. Then exhale. Place your right hand down as you lift your left arm up into the air. Give your shoulders a break. Right hand down, left arm lifts up. Then exhale, put your left hand down, step back, downward facing dog. So it's a whole vinyasa, right? The whole thing's a vinyasa. Vinyasa means a linking mechanism. Good vinyasa, you always end up where you started. You make a circle. Bad vinyasa, you end up in the back of the mat looking the other direction. I've been to that class before. I'm like, how did we get here? Dharma means you know how you got there. That's what Dharma is about, is understanding how your actions are getting you where you want to go. On your inhale, step your left foot forward. Right heel turns down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, open up arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend your left leg. Next, I'll bend your left knee with your left arm. Make a swan or a cobra's head. Dive the swan underneath your left leg. Reach back for your left hip. Then take your right arm behind you. And you may have to lean a little to the right, but once you're in the bind, either with the belt or your fingers, and know if you need a belt, it's okay to use a little belt. Then draw your shoulders back toward the front of the room and make sure that your foot is parallel. There you go. Look over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1. So bend the knee first. We'll just do bend knee first. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now keep the bind the best you can and extend your left leg a little bit. A little bit. Don't pop out of that bind so quickly. Oh my God. And then look back over your right shoulder. Try to get your head back towards your left big toe. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now bend your left knee, look down at your left foot. Step your right foot next to your left. Your feet are about hips width distance apart. Okay? Now straighten both your legs and look over to the right. Little twist here, bound twist. Inhale. Exhale 1, 3 breaths. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Now shift weight into your right foot. Bend your left knee and lift your left heel up first. Lift up at the pelvic floor. Make sure Mula Bandha is engaged. Press into your right foot. Stand up. Bringing your left leg with you. Then exhale. Press down into your right foot. On your inhale, extend your left leg. Point your left toes. And then exhale. Gaze over your right shoulder. Bird of paradise. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Tree seat on the left is fine too. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now look down at the floor. Bend your right knee with control. Put your left foot on the floor where it came from. Then straighten your legs, looking over your right shoulder, twisting. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Now put more weight into your left foot. Step your right foot where it came from and behind you. Yeah, there you go. Then place your left hand down as you reach your right arm up, extended angle B. Then gently place your right hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Good for you, everybody. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Now you're going to stay here with your hips in the air. This is called Ashtanga Namaskar, but we're going to change it a little bit. Take your hands behind your back, clasp your hands together in a fist. Then once you have your hands in a fist, your inner palms touching, lift your arms and your fist away from your sacrum, opening up your shoulder. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Chin down, not to the side. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, lower your arms, release your hands, place your hands by your chest. On your inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Stay in Cobra. Inhale, lift your hands off the floor. Exhale 1. Toes together. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale, toes pressed down in a Cobra. Exhale 3. Why? You're just lifting that whole Cobra hood. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Turn your cheek to one side and relax. We're gonna practice Shalabhasana with a secret prayer, or you can bring knuckles to knuckles or hold on to opposite elbows. So bring your forehead to the floor, reach your arms out to the side walls, like out to the side, straight out to the side. Make your cactus arms again. Then start to lift your elbows up. Bring your hands behind your back. Yeah, you'll have to touch the floor a little bit. Then once your palms are together, rotate your wrists so your fingers are pointing toward the windows. Or hold on to opposite elbows or knuckles to knuckles. Then press your inner palms together. Lift your elbows away from your ribs first. Exhale here. Then on the inhale, lift the head, chest, and legs this time. Now, legs lift in Shalabhasana. Exhale 1, good. Inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Release your secret prayer. Rock out the hips. Ah. Then bring the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs. A little vinyasa. On the inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, through bent elbows, lay down on the abdomen. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Shift the weight from your pubic bone just above your navel. On your inhale, kick your feet into your hands and lift your knees as high as your shoulders. Dhanurasana, bow seat. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Gently come down. Release. Rock out the hips. Bring your hands by your chest, elbows close to your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Then exhale, drop down to your left knee. Move your left knee back a little bit. Keep the left toes tucked under. That's nice. That helps open up the quadricep. Lift the shoulders up so the head is over the sacral. Then reach your arms out to the side. Yeah. Then make your cactus arms. Then rotate your arms, bring your hands together again in a secret prayer. Knuckles to knuckles, elbows to elbows. Now here we're gonna practice what's called Anjaneyasana, Asana, but with a secret prayer. So start to press your hands together, move your elbows away from your ribs, lift up through your sternum, start to arch back, move your pelvis toward the windows, coming into a back bend. Anjaneya is Hanuman's mother, but also he's called Anjaneya. So one could say that this is either the mother to a split or it is a thing unto itself, which is another version of Hanuman. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale, lift your shoulders over the hips. Release your secret prayer, rock out your shoulders. And then place the hands on the floor and step back, downward facing dog. Yep. Other side, on your inhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, drop down to your right knee, move your right knee back. Keep your right toes tucked under. Lift your shoulders up. Your shoulders are over your hips. Head is above your shoulders. Then make your cactus arms. Then rotate your shoulders. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace the hands together in fist to fist, or elbows holding on to opposite forearms, or the secret prayer. Then once you're in your secret prayer, try to bring your prayer up a little bit up in the middle of the back, not so much in your waist. Then start to move your pelvis forward and arch back, coming into a back bend. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Release your secret prayer. Rock out your shoulders. Place your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees and look forward. And then bring your knees to rest behind your wrist crease and lift your torso up, coming onto your knees or your shins. So from here, we're going to practice a version of baby wheel, okay? Baby wheel is basically a camel. You could do a camel, but when you put your hands on the floor behind you, you're in baby wheel. Okay, there's nothing really baby about it, but it's kind of fun. But what I want you to do is this whole cactus arm thing. I want you to, can you demo for me? You think you ever done this one? Okay. So you're going to just watch. This is just a demo. So once my hands are here, I'm going to bring my elbows in. Okay. Here again, this is all shoulders. I'm going to start to arch up, lift up and arch back. And as I lift up and arch back, I'm going to reach back and I'm going to put my hands on the floor. But this is important. Don't go out here and don't go flailing. Then I can do one or two things. I can either put my head on the floor and reach over with my hands and grab my heels. No. Bend your elbows back and reach this way. No, not that way. Go this way. Put your forearms down. Yes, there we go. There you go. Baby wheel. Then I can walk the hands back where my next to the ears. I'm going to press into the hands and I'm going to lift back up. Woo! Good for you. All right. Or you can just experience Ustrasana. Hands on the soles of the feet. Your choice. If you want a spot for the drop back, I can give you a spot. Okay. Anybody want to try the drop back? Okay. So lift up and bring your thumbs right on your forehead and then bring your elbows a little closer together. Here again, let's find out what's happening in our backs. And then start to lift up and arch back. And as you lift up and arch back, take your hands straight back to the floor. Don't throw your shoulders out like that, like they teach us all the time. Now put your hands down. Good. Now bring your hands a little closer to your heels. Now push into your hands and lift up a little bit in your chest. Good. Now from there, you can put your head on the floor and you can try to reach for your feet. Yeah. Bring those elbows in. Then press into your hands and lift back up. There you go. Come up there with me. All right. You ready to go? All right. Then reach up and lift up and arch back. Now don't throw your arms out to the side. That looks good, but it doesn't do anything. Put your hands down on the ground. You got it. You got it. I got you. Good. Now press into your hands and lift up. 1, 2, 3. Good for you. Bring the elbows close. Yeah. Now lift up, Jackie. Good, Jackie. Good, Jackie. Put your hands on the ground. You got it. Now bend your elbows and hold on to your heels. Yes, you got it. You got it. There's your toe. You got it. Breathe. Good for you. Then put your hands by your head and push up. Congratulations. Nice. Anybody else? Anna, you want to try? And then lift up. And as you start to lift up, arch back, put your hands on the ground. There you go. Good. Now, you can put your head down and walk your hands a little closer. That'll help your elbows. Good. That's nice. See that alignment of hip to elbow? Then pressing your hands, lift up. There you go. All right. Let everybody come sit. We'll do a little twist. So twist over to the right, left hand on the outside of the left thigh. You can sit in Vajrasana, or you can just sit in a cross-legged if you want to. Everybody kind of moved around for a moment. So just a little twist. Decompress your spine before we go on to the back bend, the rest of the back bends. And then come back to center and twist the other side. And then come back to center. And everybody, make your way onto your back with your head toward the windows. I'm going to let you figure out how to get there. Okay. Now, tickle your heels with your fingertips. Feet are hips width distance apart, two fists. And then lift your hips, you lower your middle back. Half bridge. Now, you've done a lot of back bends, but half bridge, a little half bridge here. You can stay in half bridge, but we're going to just do this little half bridge for a warm up. So I think that, like, what's going on? How are you feeling? Take a block and put it underneath your sacrum. Do a supported half bridge. But go to the second setting and try to run it down your tailbone instead of across your back. Okay. Now, release your hands and come down. Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow seat. So place your hands next to your head. Yeah, hands next to your head, elbows toward the ceiling. If you can stay there if you want to. On your inhale, press into your hands and your feet and lift your body off the ground. Notice how after all those secret prayers, this is like so nice and open in the shoulders, in the pranavayu. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Come down. So you don't have to put you can just put your hands, you can put your hands by your hips. That's what I was saying. You can, if you're going to stay in half bridge, you can just, whatever, Yeah. Okay. All right, we're going to do another one of those. But think about like your higher intention. Think about like what you set your higher intention for and who you are offering that to. Like I said, it may be environmental, it may be water, it could be air. It doesn't have to be a sentient being, but it needs to be a higher intention for something that is suffering. There's a lot of suffering, like I said. Place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come back up a second time. And one of the beautiful things about the idea of trying to alleviate suffering, the Buddhist tradition acknowledges that we'll never be able to alleviate all suffering, but that doesn't mean you stop trying. Bring your chin into your chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. You don't stop trying. That happens too much in our world we live in today. People get met with a little resistance and they just throw their hands up. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm done. I'm out of here. How many times have you heard somebody say that to you? In situations that they shouldn't walk out on. Because they were just met with something that gave them some resistance. Life isn't worth living unless there's a little resistance. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, because you learn from that. That's what you learn from. On your inhale, come back up, upward bow. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Yeah, let's do it again. Yeah. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Good for you. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. And bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a hug. And then bring the knees over to the left side. Extend the right arm out. Look over the right shoulder. Then bring the knees back to center and go the opposite direction. And come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a hug. Bring the forehead toward the knees. Rock forward, rock back, rock forward, rock back, rocking forward and back. Come up to a seated position. Extend your legs out in front of you. You can stay facing the mirrors and extend your legs out. Flex your feet. Lift your head and chest. And exhale, fold forward. Hold on to the feet. Paschimottanasana. In a lot of Western yoga, you don't hear much discussion about dharma. And dharma is my rightful duty. It's hard to translate it. There's no English term that translates from the Sanskrit word. But it means that what I must do as a human being, that I share this location with other beings. Some people like to break it down things like, well, if you're a mother, you need to act like a mother and things like that. Yes, that's true. That's on a very, very basic level. But it's going outside of my comfort zone to actually be a better human. And yoga makes us better humans. And in truth, humanity, Homo sapiens, we don't have great track records. We're not the nicest beings on the planet. We like to destroy things. We like to get rid of things just because we can, eliminate species just because we can, shoot them and hang them up on the wall for some reason. I don't know. We get into wars, no other beings do all that kind of stuff. So Dharma is actually the more deeper understanding of loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. How can I uplift the lives of others in some small way? Could be practicing your yoga practice. Could be changing your diet. Could be doing charitable work without expecting anybody to pat you on the back or to have a plaque put on a building for you. On your inhale, lift up. And exhale, hands by the hips, Dandasana, staff seat. On your inhale, bring your hands behind you. Point your toes toward the mirrors. Bring your chin into your chest. On your lift the hips into inclined plank. Then let the head go back. Tabletop is also an option again. And then gently come down and then bend the knees. Open up the knees and bring the feet together. We'll practice Tara Asana, star seat, which is different from Baddha Konasana. You're going to move your heels away from your pubic bone about 18 to 20 inches. So there's a big diamond inside the legs. Then you're going to bring your fingertips in front of your toes and your elbows in front of your shins, not on your shins. And then you're going to fold forward and you're going to put your forehead on the instep of your feet. If your head doesn't touch, you'll put your head on a block. But you're making a shape of a six-pointed star. Right? Six-pointed stars appear in all cultures. It's the Star of David in Judaism. But in the yoga tradition, the six-pointed star is the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine coming together. It's compassion and wisdom uniting in the Buddhist tradition, the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. On the inhale, lift the head and chest up. From here, you can keep your feet like that, your knees like that, lay down on your back, no inversion. Or legs up the wall, half inversion. You just need to move your mat over to the wall. Or come into shoulder stand, full inversion. Legs up the wall may be nice for you if you have any kind of back problems. Because it'll keep you at a 90-degree angle. And And so you're just going to come sit with a hip on the wall, roll onto your mat, and have your legs up the wall and your back on the floor. Ah, isn't that nice? Yes. You can come right over there. Okay. I'll go up there. The reason why I fell in love with yoga the way I did was, my dad was a football coach, and football is a pretty uncompassionate sport. In fact, what you're trying to do is you're trying to kill the person across from you. And you really want to hurt them. Like, it's encouraged to try to hurt them. I never got it, but I played for my dad. So I was always involved with physical activity. But I never liked it. I was just always doing it to kind of please my dad. And I got injured a lot in football because also I wasn't really protecting myself. I didn't have that kind of like go and kill the other person energy. So I really got banged up. And when I got to be about 43 years old, I was in such pain. Somebody said, maybe you should try yoga. And I tried yoga. And yoga, I went to a Jivamukti class, so I went to a spiritual form of yoga. It wasn't just a workout class, but it was at a gym. They just had good teachers. And within about a year, physical yoga alleviated some of the pain in my body. In fact, I feel like I probably would be crippled if it wasn't for yoga today. However, it also allowed me to recognize that just suffering and the pain of life, you're going to experience pain while you have a body. And you should do everything that you can do to alleviate that pain within reason. Taking pills to alleviate the pain is not really going to alleviate the pain. Drinking liquids hoping to alleviate the pain is not going to alleviate the pain. What is going to alleviate the pain is to acknowledge that the pain exists and become aware of it and study it to the point that you can make friends with it. That it doesn't make you sad, or it doesn't make you angry anymore, or it doesn't infuriate you and bring up all the past traumas in your life. You're at peace with the pain. And that's what these wisdom teachings teach us. How can we be the witness to it? The Shakshi. And then once we recognize our pain, then we can go deeper into it and recognize that every other being suffers like I suffer, and their suffering is my suffering, and my suffering is their suffering, and my job is also to alleviate their pain. Bring the toes overhead, let the toes touch the floor behind the head, clasp the hands together in a fist, extend the arms. And that's what yoga did for me. It allowed me to let go of my anger toward my father. It allowed me to let go of my fear of getting older and being injured. Bring your knees alongside your head. Hold on to the back of your knees, Karnapidasana. Because injury is going to happen. Because I am going to get older. Because I'm not anger. Gently place the hands on the floor, away from your shoulders. Come down one vertebrae at a time. Let your hips touch the floor. Extend your legs. If you have a blanket underneath the shoulders, move the blanket off to the side. Turn the palms to face upward, puff up the chest, come onto the top of the head, fish. You can just stay with your legs up the wall. Yeah, you don't, once you do that, just do that. Yeah. If you have legs up the wall, you can just stay there. Or you can bend your knees and let your knees go out to the side. That's a nice thing when you got legs up the wall, coming into like a goddess shape or that star shape. If you're in fish, press your elbows into the ground, bring your chin to your chest, and come down. Then bend your knees into your chest, roll over to the left side, come into a child's seat for a very brief headstand practice. If you have legs up the wall, stay there. If you're not going to come into headstand, it's okay. If you want to experience headstand, you can come out of legs up the wall. Come into a child's seat, interlace the fingers together, place the top of the head on the floor, tuck the toes under, walk the feet toward the shoulders so the hips are over the shoulders. Bring the knees into the chest, extend the legs. We won't stay here for long, so I don't mind if you use the wall, but just breathe. Don't make sure you're not holding your breath in that. So Jackie, stay calm. Don't get excited. So what I would say is bring the knee in the chest. Now bring the other foot up. Yeah, now lift the hips. Move the hips. There you go. Now get your booty off the wall. Try to find there. You can use the wall, but don't lay on the wall. So put the foot here, but lift this leg up. Figure out what your hips are doing in relationships to your shoulders. Now you're leaning a little to this side, so you got to come back over to the other side a little bit. There you go. And gently start to make your way down. If you just came up, it was brief. And rest in a child's seat. And breathe. And then when you're ready, let's make our way into Shavasana, corpse seat. If you're in legs up the wall still, just roll over to one side, move away from the wall a little bit. Lay down on the back. And then once you lay down on the back, let your body become heavy. Relax at the pelvic floor. Let go of Mula Bandha. And let the breath just breathe the body. Shavasana, corpse seat. The door is locked downstairs. So when pull it, it's locked because nobody's at the front desk. So turn the lock. I'll walk you down. Gently start to deepen the breath. And by means of the breath, make small movements with the fingers and toes. Stretch the arms overhead. And stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. And bend the knees into the chest, giving the knees a hug. And gently roll over to the right side. And pressing the left palm into the earth with the torso up. And come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice. So once you've found your seat, commit to that seat for a few moments. Stay still. And close the eyes. And allow the breath to deepen, but you don't have to re-employ Ujjayi pranayama, but there should be a breath awareness, deep yogi's breath, they call it. Inhales and exhales that are enjoyable. Start to draw the senses inward, focusing the mind, but you need something to focus on. So as you inhale, silently chant to yourself, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And then as you exhale, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And keep repeating the mantra, matching the breath in the mantra. And if the mind begins to wander, focus on the mantra. Focus on the breath. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bola Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your evening, and I will see you again. If you're staying for Yoga Nidra, just leave your mat where it is. And don't forget, we're having a 300-hour teacher training in October if you are looking for a teacher training. So if you need information about the teacher training, I'm happy to provide that to you. And you can just, we just leave this mat here. Okay.
You don't want me to wipe it down or anything?
We'll clean it. Thank you, John.